everybody, it's your girl Pretty Percent. That's spelled Pretty with a percent sign. Hey, we're back and we're going to be talking about Tyler Perry's Sistas, the finale. Hey, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel and you hit that notification bell so that you can be up to date whenever I drop a new video. All right, guys, I got Sean Bear with me again.
What's up? What's up?
We're back. We've been gone for a minute. Once again, we are busy. You know, it's that time of the season in the summertime when you are real busy. But anyways, we're going to talk about Tyler Perry's season 6, episode 9 and 10.
Well, yeah, because we missed a couple episodes. So just
then
briefly.
We'll get into 11.
Right, which I really here for. But yeah, I mean, nothing much really happened in between. We got episode 9, which that's what was the big face-off everybody was waiting for. Mm-hmm. Karen and Fatima, so they got into it. Exchange of words. Andy ended up catching a whole lot of strays in between. They was there mentioning sleeping with coworkers and stuff and all that. And they was like, no, you talking about your girl Andy. And then Andy was just getting beat up over that. And Karen ended up talking about she wait for Fatima to come back. She gonna shoot her and all that. And,
in her apartment. When she was at her apartment.
Right. That was the whole big thing from that episode. And then 10, of course. We got a lot of Danny and Preston at the end here of this season, so that was covering a whole lot of them. Preston finally hit some of Danny's weed for the first time in their relationship, and this man started tripping. We don't know what type of weed. These girls be smoking, to be having these folks acting crazy.
Danny be smoking.
Andy be up here talking out the side of her neck, telling all this truth to Gary. Yep. Now Preston up here talking about he's seeing bloods off his body chest, and all this.
He was like it was on his chest.
Yeah, I don't know what type of
what kind of weed? We was thinking that's something else other than just weed.
Yeah, I don't know what they be on the Tyler Perry Sisters universe. What type of weed they smoke out there. So now we get into this 11. Go ahead.
I mean, it was all of that when we were just talking about Danny and Preston. They came back on about that. They showed it a long time, so I'm thinking this is about to be the Preston and Danny show. Like, come on. But they tried to make it funny because she needed some help, and I'm talking about Danny.
Well, read the synopsis and stuff.
Oh, you guys, let me read the synopsis of what the show is about this time. Okay. As tensions between Karen and Fatima continues to rise, their dispute goes beyond the point of no return. Despite Calvin's advice, Maurice decides to meet with the police.
And what's the episode called?
No Turning Back.
No Turning Back.
Season 6, episode 11.
Yeah, there's definitely no turning back now. We got a lot to go into. But go ahead, before we get into what we need to get into, go ahead and pick up and show where you was talking about with Danny and Preston.
Okay,
because they carried a whole big portion of this episode.
That's what now. Does his shows come on and then it comes to like the little commercial part where they sing "My Girls Hold You Down"?
Yeah. It leads in and starts off picking up from where it
left. So I guess that's what I was doing. I was going to where it was, and then I was gonna read what it was about. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I basically told you guys. I mean, Preston was acting crazy, like Sean said, and it was because he smoked some weed. And now this is like a vape pen weed that they smoke, so it's not like she went and rolled it up and put her own stuff in it. It's not like it's laced or whatever. It's in a vape pen, so. Nobody else act this crazy, but I guess, Preston has never smoked any weed or smoked anything. He a country boy, a real country boy where he don't do none of that. But, so they was laying in the bed and he going crazy and it really turned Danny off, right? She was like really turned off from that.
She was figuring out. Yeah, she was trying to figure out what she had done. Did she make a big mistake?
Oh, she knows she made a mistake.
Yes. So it picks up. Like you said, it picks up with him coming in the kitchen. They're supposed to be, I guess it's the next morning. And
Danny's in a robe.
Yep, in a robe, and he in her airport clothes.
What she needs to put on to go to work. So that's kind of crazy. He's in a skirt. It's backwards. I saw what Tyler Perry did, but we won't talk about that. His skirt was real tight on him, like. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what type of I don't know what type of people Tyler Perry knows that done smoke weed that they ended up cross dressing the next morning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or seeing blood come off their body.
And not knowing that a skirt is on or this blouse is on and he's thinking it's his clothes. And then he's like, I got my boots on, but this outfit that I have on. She's like, you have on my work outfit, please take it off. Okay, this is not funny anymore. It's funny, but it's not funny. So she ends up calling Zach.
Yeah, they get a whole. They used to have a lot of scenes together early on in some of the earliest seasons, so a lot of people was, kind of excited to see them all share a scene again together.
I was talking about with Zach.
Zach and so yeah, they call. I don't know what she thought he was supposed to do, but
he's Superman, superhero. I mean, he did come over, bust up in there with this tight suit on.
Oh yeah,
look like Superman, the black Superman.
The funny thing I like from the scene, which I had told you, I had joked about it. I said, watch. I said, Preston, he gonna be feeling himself too much.
Ouch.
He gonna be like, oh, he gonna be like, what's up, my and drop an N-word or something.
Yeah.
So he go in the bathroom. Well,
He did.
Yeah, he go in the room, change into his other clothes. He come in another outfit.
Oh yeah.
Turned backwards. and
How did he even get that?
Right, exactly. Like he like, yo, you good? He like, oh, I'm good. My, He like, what?
He's like, what you say?
He like, oh, I'm good. My, don't call me that.
Yeah, right. He wasn't real mad, but he was just like, he said it. He couldn't believe he said it.
And then they was like, oh yeah, your boy is gone. But
he was like, you know what? You got to deal with this, not me. And when he left, I mean, he didn't come over to really do nothing. It seemed like he just came over to just witness what was going on because he probably didn't believe Danny. She was like, he's thrown, he's messed up or whatever. And he's like, okay, what kind of messed up is he? What do you want? What is going on? I got stuff to do.
Yeah, it was a funny scene, but I don't know what it really brought to the whole storyline.
Pretty much.
Just like, okay, Zach came over there to see Preston High.
Yeah.
We got Calvin and Maurice over there. He's like, what was you thinking?
Yeah.
He called Sabrina up. She come over. He's like, look, I'm giving myself up for you. You have nothing to do with this. That was the first time he wasn't being extra goofy and making all these little smart ass comments, or excuse me, smart A-word comments. In between every time somebody was saying something, he was all serious. Like, yes, I'm turning myself in. Mm-hmm. I don't want Sabrina caught up in this. And I was like, oh, he don't realize now he caught up.
You finna get 15.
Yeah. So we definitely get more into that. They yeah, I guess we can go ahead and stay on that storyline. They basically go down there.
Yeah.
Gets ready to go turn himself in. They're like, which stupid on this part. You'll never turn yourself in without your lawyer present.
Exactly.
I don't care if you did do the crime. Okay. Never go down there and turn yourself in without your lawyer.
Yeah, that was stupid.
They're gonna try to set you up, cause these DA agents or whatever it is, they trying to build their resume. So they're gonna do whatever they can to get you, hype themselves up and really get the +1 over you. You brought up Karen, so let's go ahead and get to that. We called her Karen the clown last time.
Karen right now. We don't have that nose this time.
Oh yeah,
my goodness, Karen.
Yeah, she was something else this time. But yeah, she well, you talked about Zach being dressed up. He stopped by Preston and them. He goes over there to the shop to drop off the check.
Yeah.
With I can't even think of her name right now.
Pam?
Yes, Pam. Yeah. I'll be talking about they need to put her in the intro. I can't even think of her name. Yeah, he drops out with Pam. Aaron's over there.
Aaron's there in his white suit, and then some other girls were there. They were cleaning up.
Yeah.
They had on the white suits too at first.
Oh, they little body suits looking like Ghostbusters and stuff.
Who you gonna call?
Yeah. So Zach drops off the check, then he bounces. He like, tell her if he trying to flex on Aaron. He's like, if she needs any more, just tell her to call me.
That's more than that. Like, I wonder how much that was. They be talking about numbers all the other times, but this time they ain't say how much this was.
Yeah.
That he gave her.
But yeah, it was up there flexing.
Got all these checks. Run me my check.
Yeah. Anyway, so Karen comes up there And
after he left. So yeah, she didn't see him. She come up there like, whoa, what are y'all doing here? And Aaron's like, you know you ain't supposed to be here. She was like, oh, I'm coming anyways. My shop. What y'all think y'all doing? I try to talk country like how she be doing. And Pam's like, you know we ready, but look, we got this check for you from Zach. That's who's gonna help you out. You know how she be acting. She's like, what check? I don't need no check from Zach.
Yeah, she definitely
That's another part that made me mad.
She definitely got real rejective now. At first she was all happy he was gonna help her out. But
right before she called, because she was mad already, right?
Yeah, now she found out he ain't coming over there to, sneak in the house and stuff. Now she don't want nothing to do with the money.
Since Fatima pulled up over there.
I mean, that's fine. He has no obligation to help her get her shot back. He was just doing that trying to be, nice and help her get back on her feet.
That's playing with her emotions. She think he like her. Like, how you gonna come give me all this money? You gonna get stuff ready? Obviously, you want me back.
Well, that's her ignorance right there. She believe all that. But
he's like leading her to answer the questions that last time he's leading her on.
So he should not even be bothered with trying to help her.
Be bothered. No.
True. Yeah, that's fair enough.
If you want to make your woman you have right now happy, and you see that Karen has this other guy that's trying to help out, he in there cleaning up to get the building better. How you know he not gonna pay for it? Even Andy said she would help.
Well, Andy over there gets confronted by Gary. We had a little brief scene. Yeah. You owe me an apology. Then she's just like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she bounces.
And they both had a suit on too. Gary had his little tight suit on. They always got this suit on where they show a little of their chest. Zach showing more chest for some reason.
You have these wardrobe
Gary
comments.
has a little bit open. And you got Lil Hayden behind him. Got his little suit on. He does like this all the time too.
Right.
Or whatever. But that part was funny when Gary was like, after Andy left, she's like, I have to get to work. He's like, but you owe me an apology. She's like, I do, but I have to get back to work. So she walked away, and Hayden's like talking junk, like, well, you better get your girl. He was like, oh, at least I know where mine is.
Right.
Your woman is. He was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, He was like, well, that's your girl now? He said, no, that's my wife. And he was like, oh. But he was just playing, because we both was like, oh, wife? Huh?
Right.
No,
he tried. He tried to marry her one time.
Oh, yeah, they was about to get married.
But that was a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
Zach pulls up. He's in Fatima's office. They got the little child, family, protective services guy. What is he, like the lawyer?
Oh, yeah. Now, this was the funny part, So Fatima's in there with this man, and they're talking. So I guess that's how the lawyer that's going to help with the case.
Trying to get
Zach
the kid,
and the little baby boy he has with the baby mama. We don't know her name, who doesn't take care of his son. So as he coming in, he hear them talking and giggling. He was like, he was like, well, like what's going on? He comes in and he looks at the guy. So the guy didn't like that. He heard him do all that little funny mocking and stuff. So when he sit down, Fatima's like, this is Zach, and Zach, this is the lawyer I was telling you about. So Zach put his hand out like, hey, how you doing? That guy was like, yeah, so like ignored him straight up and took the paper out. No, and he was like, so yeah, Fatima tells me you have a problem going on. Like he was being so sharp with Zach.
It was definitely being petty
acting
with
like
each
he
other.
didn't really want to help Zach out, but then yet he want to help Fatima out only.
It was like, they was talking about some things she needed, and he was like, yeah, I don't know if we got that. And she's like, oh, I got it. And he's like, you're on it, Fatima.
Yeah. he was like, oh, you're on it.
Fatima, you're on it. And she's like, that's the guy who's trying to help us, Zach. He's
right.
like, oh, it looked like he's trying to help more than just.
Exactly. She knew about the lady that called the Child Protective Services. She knew her address, the lady's name, but Zach didn't know all of that. So so that's when he was like, "Oh, you're on it."
Yeah. So I don't know how to. That's the other little storyline going on between them now, trying to get custody of the other kid.
Yeah.
Andy rolls up in there because she's trying to avoid Gary. So now she in there with him chilling, and they have a little talking.
It's funny. She's like, "What's up, buddy?"
Right.
And then she's being fake. And then my favorite part, I don't remember how he says it, but she's like, "What's up, buddy?" She's like, "So what are we talking about? What happened last night? What's going on?" "Oh, you were there last night." That part was funny when Zach was like, "Come on." Zach can really act to me.
The deliveries they be real reactions. Like that's exactly how I react.
Really would go on. Sounds like him sometimes. But yeah, after that part, so they just doing small talk and
that's how we get into the big setup. Go ahead. What happens? Andy and
Fatima are talking.
Yeah, about
then Zach's phone rings. And Zach just look at his phone and he put it down and he's like, yeah. And then they both got quiet. It was like a pencil just hit the floor, basically. So it hit the floor and they was like, hey, pick up your phone. The phone rings again. He was like, no, I want to pick up the phone. So then what? Fatima picks up the phone. She's like, yeah. And
she's like, oh, it's you.
Yeah, oh, it's you. Because she saw who it was. And yes, it was Karen. That's when Karen was standing out there after she tore that check. Yeah. And she called, I saw you move. What you thought?
Oh, no.
But she tore the check. But she was like, oh, it's you picking up his phone. She was like, well, why have you on the phone or whatever? I'm just letting you know if you come back by my house, I'm going to shoot you. Talking about she gonna shoot somebody. They don't want to fight no more. People don't do this no more. They want to pick up a gun and shoot. So she's like, I'm gonna shoot you. So that really made Fatima rowdy.
Oh yeah. She's like, oh, you better make sure you had a full clip. I'm like, well, we getting.
They talking gangster on Tyler Perry okay. So she's talking about something. Yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna do something. You should. It's so funny. What's her? Andy's in the background. She's like, oh, she's pregnant. Oh, don't worry about her. It's her hormones. Don't worry. Like just gaslighting or whatever. Is that called low gaslighting? It not edging it on or whatever.
She's trying to slick low key instigate. And then Zach over there just hang up, Fatima. Just hang up, Fatima. I'm like, dude, grab your phone or something. He grabs the phone.
And he tries to talk to her.
Yeah, she just like, F you, and F that B.
Aaron and Pam in the background trying to pull Karen off of her.
She just going out. She up there. That pregnancy, non-baby bump strength.
Non-baby bump
She
strength.
down pushing him off like She-Hulk. He like, Karen, you can't be acting like this. And she's like, get off of me.
Yeah, she's pushing him really hard too with a lot of might. But so they're on the phone and they're going at it, and she's just like, I'm gonna shoot you. And then finally she's like, all right, babe, I'm coming up there. She was like, you know where I'm at, you know where the office is. She was like, she ain't gonna come. See, Fatima playing it off like, oh, she ain't gonna come. So when they got the phone, she's like, oh my God. So who ends up she ends up calling Andy. Karen calls Andy. So Andy is like trying to go out of the office, and Fatima's like, no, we want to hear you or whatever. Yeah. She ends up going out of the office, like right in front of the office. So they're gonna still hear her. She
in between. It's like, no, go leave. And Fatima like, no, Andy, and answer it right here. Yeah. It's like, no, Andy, please go outside. She's like, I don't know what to do.
Then finally she picks up the phone and talks to her. And Karen's like, show them the paper, Andy, or show them the phone.
Show them the email. Yeah. The email. Yep.
And she was like, what email? She did say email one time, so that's how they knew about the email. But she was like, I'm not showing them nothing. What do you want me to do? Karen, don't come up here. Like trying to say stuff like that. And finally, she's like, she gets off the phone. Her like, please. And Karen can't stand Andy. She was like, you ain't no friend of mine. Right. She was like, what? And she hangs up on her. So here comes Fatima in the background with Zach, and she's like, what is it? And what she wants you to show us. And Andy trying to play it left and everything. Like, it's nothing. I'm gonna just go look at it in my
Well, they tell her it's like, y'all need to help your girl, get your girl some help. She's going crazy right now. Yeah, that's
like she's off the ledge, really.
Yeah, and then she was like, what you got to show us, Andy?
Yeah. So finally, Fatima said, you know what? You don't want to show us? I got it right here. I got your email. Right. She going up, looking at it, and she gets quiet, and she looks.
Zach like, what?
Zach's like, what is it? What is it, Fatima? She don't want to say it at first. Then finally, she's like, it's your baby.
Right.
That's all.
So now apparently we know who the baby daddy is, allegedly. The problem is, well, number one, it's been mentioned that she never got Zach's DNA. So the test either only confirmed that Aaron is not the father, and we're just assuming that Zach is, or she snuck some DNA from Zach.
Right. When they went out to eat.
Maybe, but so far, well, I guess depending on how quick you can get the fraternity test. Yeah. But so we do have a confirmation. I said it. I said we ain't gonna know who the baby daddy is until the last episode.
And this was the finale, so therefore that was it.
But then we get to the whole climax that had everybody on the edge of their seat after this episode went off. Who shows up to the office after they was told not to come? Karen shows up, and Andy rolls up like, "Hey, Karen, what are you doing here? Let's go to the
to my office."
Right.
She's like, I'm here for something else.
And we see in the off to the edge, we see looks like a woman in a blue suit. We see some blonde hair. We assume it's Fatima about to walk up and confront Karen, and she's like, "Oh." And then she pulls out the strap, and then she's like,
she's pulling out and just
let it off.
Shoot. She just shoots her.
And then we have this fake
fall.
Somebody, they had the most unrealistic. They got one of them one of them little Party City mannequin dummies, and the most dramatic drop to the floor. And then
her fall in that fire.
And then Andy with this super late dramatic fashion, she just sit there. I mean, I guess she was in shock. She like, did my friend just shoot her? She just sitting there like.
And then run to her, and then Karen's just looking there, smiling, laughing like it's nothing, and then it goes off. That's
right.
I mean, we see the body on the floor, but we don't see the face.
Karen was not a clown this episode. Karen was a straight up gangster, but she definitely I don't know. She might have really set herself up. I don't think she did, and I'll tell you why in a second. What do you think?
I mean, I believe it was a dream.
You believe it was a dream?
Because they have some of that sometimes. And come on, Tyler, you ain't do it like that. If he did it like that, then wow, all right.
He did.
She ain't gonna be dead.
He pulled it off. It was another season finale that he pulled it off. We thought Andy was about to have a little threesome with Robin and Gary. And then that was a dream. He'll wake up. So
he does it in some of his other shows.
Is he gonna pull it off again on this one? But I'm gonna say I don't think she shot her, but I'm thinking from a realistic point. But in these TV land, that's a different story.
TV land.
They messed it up. They messed it up in the promo. So it goes off, then they bring the promo back with somebody a little tired.
Yes.
They bring the little promo in with talking about sisters returning in October. So they're going through the whole thing. Number one, we see a scene, Andy's still in her outfit from the office. Obviously, she just witnessed her friend just shot someone. Last thing she concerned about is discussing being on a dating app with Gary.
Right.
That was the one giveaway. They go through some other stuff. Then at the end, we see Karen sitting there with Aaron. They just having some dinner. And he's like, "Oh, I guess you got what you wanted." Then they ended off of that. So I'm like, well, I said if she shot Fatima, she basically just attempted murder. So she's going to jail. Yeah. And if she's out on bail, she's not about to be out. And number one, attempted murder, your bail is pretty high usually. So, and she ain't got no money to get her shot. She gotta get money.
About to pay for it.
Yeah, she gotta get money. She always trying to get money from Zach to fix the shot. Well, she was till she ripped up the check.
Yeah.
So she ain't got no money to be bailing herself out.
And she already told her she was coming up there to shoot her too. And is witnesses saying that, like Aaron and Pam, they was right there listening. So you done told somebody you coming to shoot them, and then you come and shoot them.
Yeah, that's attempted murder.
Double.
Yeah, that's attempted murder. You supposed to be in jail. You ain't in no restaurant talking to Aaron, talking about some. And he talking about something.
So we know that's a dream, but
yeah. Judge off of that, realistically, I don't know how you shoot Fatima, and then and
there's nothing else.
And then we go to Andy discussing dating apps with Gary and Karen out at a restaurant.
Yeah.
So yeah, the promos kind of messed up that whole little theory.
We want to know what you guys think.
That was the finale of Sisters.
What do you guys think about that?
Where do we go from here? Where does Denny and Preston's non-weed handling self? Does Hayden ever find his wife Tamara?
Does Gary get Andy back?
Did Karen shoot Fatima? Is Fatima dead?
And then Maurice, is he gonna actually go to jail?
Right.
And Sabrina will get off, or will they finally get Q and show that it was him?
Right.
Finally, we're tired of that.
So we'll be having to wait till October, and y'all lucked up on that because they in a writer's strike. So, y'all better enjoy this season coming up in October, and hopefully it satisfies y'all, because I don't know when they're gonna be filming again after that.
Different.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
That was basically it, you guys. I mean, that's all. We summed it up. We want to know what you think about it. And you can go back and go watch some of them if you don't remember what's going on. You got a lot of time to go back and watch some of the episodes and the ones that we've done too. So if you want to comment on some of our old things and then talk about it under this one, then go right ahead. Comment below. Share this video and let us know what you think. So we can have a real good discussion like we always do.
Oh, yes. And then if you also want to recap Fatima, that's coming back on.
When? August 24th?
25th, I think.
Oh, okay.
You get to see what happened before they got to this present season of Sisters we just watched.
Yeah.
That's a whole little another storyline in itself.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that one too. Don't worry.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about that? Okay.
Stay tuned. We have some already, but yeah, guys.
All right, we'll be out with the Fatimas. All right, then.
Give us thumbs up. See you next time.
Drink from my sunshine, sip from my rainbow.